Greetings to you. This is Brandon, the freight broker with Alliance Logistics, and I hope this message finds you in the best of health and spirit on another beautiful Monday morning that we've been blessed to see. I want to thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. I understand that there are many things that you want to accomplish today and this week, and I do as well. So we're going to get into the business of things this morning, and what we are going to discuss is it dangerous to depend solely on your job for the financial well-being of your family? And before we get into that, I want to just recall a couple of weeks ago, a $50 billion company, one of the largest companies in the United States, ESPN, terminated, or the other term they use is laid off, whichever term they use. 100 people was without a job. One day they had a job, and the next day that job was gone. And that's one of the biggest companies in the United States. And they let over 100 people go. So what do we learn from that? Well, number one, it's not about the people. The people are simply collateral damage. Yeah, you have people to pat you on the back and say, hey, I'm so sorry that we have to let you go. But the bottom line is they're letting you go. And they're letting you go in most cases for the greater good of the company, because it's not about the employee. Big company execs are not so concerned about employees. They are concerned about the business, because the business is what they are most concerned with keeping afloat. And if they have to throw employees overboard in order to keep the business afloat, then that's exactly what they will do. And I guess you have to understand that. You can't keep someone on and pay them a salary if you can no longer afford to do so. Or if it's, pulling on the business and dragging the business, profit, stopping the business from profiting as much as it could. So you would understand that. So we understand that that has to happen sometimes. The other side of that is, if businesses are going to be concerned with businesses, then we have to be concerned with ourselves. Our concern has to be our well-being and our family's well-being. So that being the case, what can we do to kind of put a safety net under us, if you will? One thing that we can do is start to build something for yourself. Start to develop a business on your part-time or on your spare time. Start to build something. Even if it's something that you're not about to go into tomorrow, it would be something that, at some point, if you happen to lose your job, you can transition into what it is that you're building. And you don't have to start off at level one. You have been building this business, you have been working on it, you've been learning it, and now, if the job is no longer available, you have something that you can transition into and basically pick up running. But if you don't have a business, if you have not been building something for yourself, when you lose a job, then it's just one of those things. Now you got to go and try to find another job. And now you're looking for a job where you're going in at an entry level, likely going to be making a much less money than you were making on your last job, and your bills are still the same. Your lifestyle is still the same. Of course, you'll have to cut that back, but there's a lot of things that you're going to have to take a look at. And just going and get another job many times does not suffice. So that's why I say that it's a bit dangerous to put all the responsibility on the job to take care of you and your family. So, at the very least, we have to be looking at something that would sustain our lives, that would allow for us to live the life that we are currently living, or expand on that life. We definitely don't want to diminish it. So a good thing to look at now is work from home businesses. My work from home business is the freight broker business, but I'm not saying that that is for you. Whatever business you decide to go into, you what you know that's up to you. Whichever business you decide is for you, you would have to decide based on what you like to do, what's interesting to you, what you're passionate about. And that happened to be freight brokering, then we can definitely help you out with that. But if it happens to be something else in the work from home sector, then go and explore it. Learn more about it. Start to build a business. Start to build something for yourself, because it could very well be that you show up one day for work and you're told that you're not moving further than today. The job stops here. And we definitely don't want that, to come to you. But with all the examples that are before us, with all the things that we see, we couldn't just act as if we don't see them. We have to know, we have to be able to see that people are losing jobs every day. I heard something one time says, travel in the land of those that have come before you. Look at their outcome. See what has happened to them. And if you see something that is happening, then you have to put in a strategy in place for yourself to get over or beyond whatever it was that consumed the people that came before you. That just passes the common sense test. So working from home allows for us to come into a business now without having to put a whole lot of upfront cash. It doesn't require a whole lot of experience or no experience in many situations. In my business, I didn't have any experience as a freight broker before I came into it. But it's a model that you can learn. And you take that model and you get it and you just start to get better and better at that model, building your own business based off an established business model. So I would say that it would definitely be in your best interest to take a look at a business, a work from home business that you can build and continue to work your job. Because you may never lose your job. We pray that you never lose your job. But in this environment that we're in this work environment that we're in, the job market, considering it being as unstable as it is, it would just pass the common sense test to start working on something else. Working on something else as your plan, as a plan just in case the job is no longer there. And I'm not going to call it your plan B. I'm going to call it your plan A, because the job is not necessarily your plan. That's somebody else's plan for you. So I'm talking about your plan A, working on your plan A. And when it's time for you to transition and focus all of your energy on your plan A, then you have that option available to you. So that is what we wanted to share with you this morning. Making sure we start taking care of our own business, building a business, and you can build that business through the work from home sector. And it would be your plan A, just in case something happened with the other person's plan for you, called a job. I hope to see you next Monday for our weekly video. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And I just want to say one last thing to you. There's a quote that I like, and it says, "No one can persuade another to change. Each of us guard a gate of change that can only be opened from the inside. No one can open the gate of another either by argument or emotional appeal." Close quote. So that basically says that I can't open your great gate and you can't open my gate, but I can show you an opportunity and you can show me an opportunity. And then it's up to me to decide whether it's for me or not. The work from home sector is a great sector. You decide what you want to do within that sector, regardless of what it is, and then work to start building your business. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you on the video next week. We wish you well in all that you endeavor to do. Have a great day.